So our topic of the day is Arden Dam, and I'm going to discuss about the Arden Dam, and this is part one tutorial. Okay, so let us see a very easy and schematic picture of Arden Dam. So we have already learned enough about the types of dam. So this is one dam which is majorly used in the practice of constructing a hydraulic structure. And this kind of structure is majorly used because this is the because the arrangement of the material, the construction material, is much easy than collecting another kind of materials. Like here will be using only earth or the soil, but in other kind of dam we may need to collect a different kind of artificial materials, like our constructional materials like cement and the concrete material. So as you can see this picture, this is a very easy and simple diagram of a earthen dam having its all component here. So this is the place where the water is stored. This part of the dam where the water is stored is called the reservoir. And here in this place, as you can see, this is the upstream slope. Upstream slope, why does it call in this name? Because this is the upstream side face where the water, from where the water is coming. In the base face. Earthen dam is constructed in the way of a trapezoidal form. So this, in this place, slope is called that upstream slope face. So now right here you can see this part, this thing, this is called principal spillway or a droplet inlet riser, or a droplet inlet riser. So what is the function of this part? Well, when the water level get increased during the season of during a rainy season or a monsoon season, in the time of flood time, that excess amount of water comes into this place. Okay, so that water, that excess water comes into this place. Okay, and this water will follow this path, following this path, it will come, and that excess water will go out from this outlet work. So outlet work, this part is also called the outlet work, where the water, excess water, will go out from this part, and it will definitely reduce the amount of excess water pressure in the dam. Okay, so here another spillway is constructed, which is also called emergency spillway or auxiliary spillway. So this spillway's function is also to overpass the excess water, and this water will follow this path, and it will eventually join this outlet, this outlet of water. It will eventually join this outlet water. Okay, so now this part is called downstream slope face, and this is called creased, so over which a transportation or a communication can be done. So if in this place some amount of water get stored, so what happened? It will follow this path. Okay, so this is also called toe drain. So why does it called toe drain? Because as you can see that this drain is falling at this point. So this point is nothing but the toe part of the dam. So that is why this is also called toe drain. So it will also join this outlet work, and this also called toe drain outfall. Okay, so coming this water and this water will eventually join this flow of this channel flow of water, and this is called the abutment. So what is the function of abutment? Well, abutment is the main or a major part of the structure where this dam is actually distributing that total stored water force to that abutment. So the function of abutment is very important. Okay, so going to the next slide. So here, so the types, the learning objectives of our today's lecture is these, and this will follow our progressive lectures as well in earthen dam lecture. So we will study about the type of earthen dam, the causes of failure, the criteria for safe design, section of an earth dam, seepage analysis and seepage control measures. Okay, so we will study about these points. Well, so now, just a minute. So now, the type of earthen dams. So these are three major category of earthen dam we will study about. So the first one is the homogeneous embankment type. The second one is the zoned embankment type, and the third one is the diaphragm embankment type. So just a minute, just hold for a minute. Everyone just wait, give me just 10 seconds. Let me just clear this out. Okay. Proceeding layer by layer means of power operated rollers of proper design and weight. So after that, the power operated roller are proceeded over this layer to get compacted and bonded with each other. So this kind of working mechanism by which this kind of earthen dam are constructed are called rolled fill dam. Okay, so the next type of methodology of construction is the type hydraulic fill dam. So in this hydraulic fill dams, the construction, excavation, transportation of the earth is done by hydraulic method. Okay, the outer edges of the embankments are slightly higher than the middle portion of the each layer. So what happens, say this is the earthen dam embankment, what I'm talking about. So the edges, this edge and this edge are Actually, this is quite like this. So these edge are kept higher slightly than the middle portion. So how does it happen? I mean, what is the working mechanism to make this kind of category? So during the construction, a mixture of excavated materials in slurry condition is pumped and discharge at the edges. So first what happened, that mixture is first discharged at the edges. So in that slurry, that excavated materials and water consist of coarse and fine materials. So that slurry consists of fine grain and coarse grain of material. So what happens in the next part, when it is discharged near the outer edges, so when that, this is the embankment, so when it is discharged in the outer edges, so the coarser materials settle first, okay, while the finer materials move at the middle and settle there. So in that part, basically, so this part, the coarser material settle first and the finer material will come and get deposited in the, mostly in the middle part. Okay, so the fine particles are deposited in the central portion to form a water type central core. So what happens, all the fine material comes at the center or at the core part. So what happens, this part becomes the impermeable part, or the it creates a impermeable layer. Okay, so in this method, the compaction is not required. So this working mechanism of constructing this type of earthen dam is called hydraulic fill dam. Okay. Now, next, let us come to the type of the earthen dam by describing its orientation. Okay. So this is a homogeneous embankment type dam. So as the name we can understand that homogeneous mean it is the type of material to be used in this type of dam is majorly same, is mostly same. It is not absolutely 100% to be assured that you can use a very same particle by I mean you can use a very same particle by to construct this kind of structure, but mostly the homogeneous particle are used to construct this embankment type. It is most desirable. Okay, so it is constructed with uniform and homogeneous material. So as this name defines itself, it is suitable for low height dams. So low height dams up to 10 meter mean almost a G+3 or I mean G+2 building, mean a third floor building. So this is actually a low height dam. Okay. So up to this, we can construct this type of dam. So usually constructed with soil and grit mixed with proper ratio. So these are the main type of materials mixed in a proper ratio to construct this dam. Okay. So the seepage action of such dams are not favorable. Therefore, for safety in case of rapid drawdown, the upstream slope is kept relatively flat. So while talking about earthen dam, so seepage failure is the most important failure which we need to be, we should look after that, right? So this is a very easy kind of construction where the seepage failure can, it is a most favorable scenario, right? So to avoid that failure, I mean you cannot avoid 100%, but just in order to reduce the amount of the chance, Okay, the chance of the seepage failure, what it is, these steps are to be taken where the upstream slope is kept relatively flat. So it is relatively taken to be 3:1. Mean, say if this is 3, so this to be taken 1. Okay. So this kind of slope is most desirable in order to reduce the rapid drawdown. Okay. So the next point says that the homogeneous section is modified by constructing rock toe at the downstream lower end and providing horizontal filter drain. So here in this picture, just look at this picture. Here the drainage filter is provided. So in this kind of dam, this filter is provided just in order to lower or reduce this seepage flow, or to make a obstruction of this seepage flow. So this filter is constructed at the rock toe in the downstream site. This is also called the horizontal filter drain. Okay. So next one is zoned embankment type. So the previous one was the homogeneous embankment type, where the material was considered to be homogeneous and uniform. And in this type of embankment type, here this kind of dam is made up of more than one material. Made up of more than one material. So here the outer shell are made of pervious, freely draining material. So which one is called outer shell? So if this is the dam, if this is the dam, this is the central core, as we have already discussed. So this part is outer shell. This part is outer shell. Okay. So that outer shells are made of pervious. So we are that outer shells are made of pervious material, and it can freely drain the material. I mean, it can the drainage is freely accessible in that part. That kind of materials are used in these outer shells. And the next point says that the central portion called core or hearting, made from material which are relatively impervious. So this part is called the core or the central part, which is basically constructed by the material which are considered to be more impervious than this outer shell. Okay. So the thickness of the core wall is made sufficiently thick to prevent the leakage of water through the body of the dam. So this part is constructed to be more thickened, okay, or wider, in order to obstruct this seepage flow. So this is the, say this is the water table. So if this seepage flow can be obstructed by this central core. Okay. So next point says a suitable drainage system in the form of horizontal drain or rock toe is also provided at the downstream side. As this picture says, this is the same point. It has been discussed here. The drainage system can be provided at the rock toe, or at the toe part or toe point of the dam. So this is the picture. So here, as you can see, that this is a earthen dam. These are the three types of earthen dam, where this is actually a zoned earthen dam, picture of zoned earthen dam, where the central core, as in the picture A, this central core, as you can see, is much thin. It is not that much thick, and it is provided in an inclined way. And this is provided in an inclined way. So this is the thin core, This is the thin core, and outer this shell part is the rocky part. The rock is provided in that part. This is also outer shell. This is also constructed with the mostly with the pervious material, and here the filters are provided. See this hashed line part, these are the filters. Okay, okay, sorry. So these are the filters. Okay, so the next diagram, just look at the difference is only that the core is much thicker than the previous one. Just only difference is that. And here this part, this C type of this is central core dam. See the core is aligned in the central position and it is much thicker. So the difference of these three diagram is only with the variation of the core or the central part. This dam is having the thin core, this is the thick core but in an inclined alignment, and this is the much thicker, having the much thicker core which is situated in a central part or the central position of the dam. Okay, so this is the typical section of zoned earth dam. Okay, so next one is diaphragm embankment type. So as diaphragm terminology, I think you might have heard this about in our biology classes in class 9 or 10. So what is the diaphragm in our body? Well, diaphragm is the layer in our body which separates the upper part of the body to the down part of the body. Mean the upper part of the body is where the lungs and the heart is situated, and the down part of the body is where the stomach and the all small intestine is situated. So the function of the diaphragm is to separate one layer, one part to the another part. So here that diaphragm embankment type is nothing but that function of the diaphragm embankment type is the similar to that. So let us read it out, that it is constructed with pervious material with a thin impervious diaphragm in the central part to prevent the seepage of water. So just look at the diagram. This is the diaphragm. This is basically constructed by using an impervious material so that this can obstruct the seepage flow. Okay, so this impervious diaphragm may be made of impervious clay soil, cement, concrete, or masonry, or any impervious material. Okay, the main difference in zoned and diaphragm type of dam depends on the thickness of the impervious core of diaphragm. So what should be the thickness? The thickness of diaphragm should not be more than 10 meter. So this thickness should not be more than 10 meter in the case of diaphragm embankment type dam. But in the zoned embankment type dam, that diaphragm thickness can be more than 10 meter. Okay. Well, so now we will discuss about the embankment dam structure, basic types and typical layout. So this will be all about the diagrams. So just see, this is a type of embankment dam. This is a general shape of an embankment dam. So having a reservoir, a water is stored at this part. This is called freeboard. So what is freeboard? Mean the height or the distance difference between the maximum water storage capacity of this dam minus the height of the normal water storage. So suppose this is the normal water level. Usually the water layer lays at this height. Okay, so this is the normal water storage level and this is the maximum water storage level that this dam can hold. Okay, so the difference between these height is called freeboard. Okay, so this is the roadway, mean from here you can pass away, all the communication and transport can be possible from this width. This is called roadway. This is the upstream slope and this is the downstream slope. Okay, so the next type of this diagram is the drain to horizontal blanket. So here this is a homogeneous dam, mean all the materials in the dam is considered to be uniform and homogeneous. So here a chimney drain is provided. This is an inclined chimney drain and this is a horizontal blanket. This is also a drainage actually. This is a horizontal drainage and this is a inclined drainage. So this is called a chimney drain. This is called a horizontal drain. See that phreatic line. That's what is phreatic line? Phreatic line is a mathematical representation of a seepage flow. So here just one line has been considered, or the one phreatic line has been considered to represent that seepage flow, that just to make you understand that how this seepage flow is horizontal. Dam is zoned dam with central vertical clay core and toe drain. So this is, as you can understand by its picture, this is a zone dam. Why? Here the central core is provided. So the central core is constructed by using the material clay. So this is a vertical clay core and here a toe drain is provided. So say if the phreatic line able to cross over this vertical clay core, so it will automatically flow to this toe drain. Okay, so by this mechanism that seepage can be controlled. So the next one is the clay core zoned dam with central vertical core and chimney filter with horizontal blanket. So here the clay core is situated in a central part of the embankment where a chimney filter is provided and a horizontal blanket is provided. The chimney filter is provided with parallel to this slope of the central core, and this is the phreatic line representation as you can see here. So this is inclined clay core zone dam with chimney filter and horizontal blanket. So up to that you have just seen that the central core was situated in a vertical position, but it is situated in an inclined way, having a chimney filter parallel to it and the horizontal blanket situated in that manner. This is called a rock-fill dam with vertical clay core, chimney filter and horizontal blanket. So that those were the homogeneous embankment time and the zoned embankment type. This is a rock-fill zoned embankment type. So the major material used is rock and the clay core is situated in a vertical way, and this is a chimney filter and the horizontal blanket is provided. And this one is the similar material used, but the clay core is situated in an inclined way, so as the chimney filter. And this is the homogeneous earthen embankment dam, where I have already shown this diagram having a toe drain at the toe point of the dam. And this one is the last one. Here, this is the deck rock-fill dam with asphaltic or concrete membrane with chimney drain and horizontal blanket. So here, as you can see, that this dam is totally constructed with the asphaltic rock-fill dam. Okay, this part is actually the material is used is asphaltic or concrete membrane, and in this bit and these are the rock fill dam. Okay, so here the phreatic line is very small amount of water that leaks through crack of the upstream member. So see, the phreatic line here is having a very small path, or the small path to flow, and it is definitely coming onto the horizontal blanket. So the seepage control is much better in that part, as you can see. So these were all the types of zoned embankment type dam, homogeneous embankment type dam, and rockfill earth dam. So these were the types of dam I have discussed today in this lecture. So I will continuing the other part or the learning objectives we have learned in the slide to the progressive class. Okay. So